What's up? Welcome to episode 3 of the Puck Daddy podcast, the podcast for beef jerky loving Canadians.
Yep, and hockey players.
Hockey players. for
Hockey
sure.
parents.
Yep. Hockey parents. Minor hockey we've been covering a lot.
Yep.
We're finding our direction here. So let us know in the comments topics you feel that we would be able to cover well. You know, what do you want us to dive into? I think minor hockey, obviously, we all grew up playing.
We have a bit of perspective
That's
there.
an easy one, but we want to, appeal to more than just the hockey players.
Right.
I think that's definitely our core
The Elite
audience.
Academy stuff. Yeah, we're
That's
big
true.
trainers here. Elite Academy stuff.
The elite.
Yeah. So I'm the guy that's going to try and bring a bit more structure to the podcast. I was talking to you guys
Huge.
before.
Huge.
I'm thinking we'll start off today's pod with something a little fun.
Okay.
I had the idea. I saw it on TikTok to do a draft.
Oh, yeah.
These guys are doing it for
Drafts.
like fall drinks or something, but I'm thinking we do it
I like
for
it.
snack bars.
Snack bar, the concession.
Ooh.
Like not
Not
concession,
okay.
but like
The snack.
minor hockey snack bar.
The snack bar at your local rink.
Yeah.
We draft the best things to get there.
But I think we got to do a top 5.
Top 5, of course, yeah.
So, I came prepared.
Okay.
So I think I'll do one,
Okay.
but I think one of us should keep track
I'm,
so that we
I'm
don't
the
forget.
stats guy. I got that.
we need
okay.
2 guys to go. The third guy is the judge.
Right, and then
Yes.
next time we'll do a draft. We can
I like it.
switch,
Right.
switch it out. Yeah.
I
We'll,
like
we'll do concessions like when you go to an NHL game. We'll do
On
that one
another
next week.
episode.
We'll
Oh,
do that
okay,
next
okay.
week.
Yeah,
next week.
That sounds good.
And we'll keep on going with the different draft. So every podcast is a different draft.
Who's
Right.
got first overall?
Hold on. What else are we going to cover in the podcast? to keep
Oh,
people
okay.
Oh,
tuned in?
yeah. So after that, we're gonna get into a bit of a discussion on some video ideas for YouTube, because we haven't played men's league for the old paint cans in like what, a month?
Yeah, it's
It's been a while.
The ice melted in our arena.
Yeah.
How does that happen? You have one job. Keep the ice frozen.
Yeah, you had one job.
What is the point of the
No
arena?
ice. Yeah, that's tough.
Oh, the ice chiller broke.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no ice. You didn't have a backup plan? Like when the chiller breaks, there's no like
And there's only like 3 rinks in Aurelia, so
yeah. So
That's
so
tough.
there's
That's
two
tough.
there's 2 pads.
men's league isn't the top priority. I don't know why, but
Yeah,
No,
it's like, come
no.
on. It needs to
Yeah.
be, though.
Yeah, so our rink has 2 pads. The chiller broke. It's like, yeah, it's going to take 6 weeks. And what do you mean it's going to take 6 weeks? Find someone to fix it.
Yeah.
Well, we're waiting on the parts. Go get a used one.
Mhm.
Like, whose job is it? I think if whoever works there doesn't have a kid playing.
Yes,
'Cause it-
definitely.
If like I'm like, man, like I'm gonna go try to fix that thing. Let me have a
Yeah,
look
let
at
me-
Yeah.
it. Let me
Yeah.
wrench on it.
Get the
Yeah,
community in
exactly,
there, fix it up.
exactly.
Yeah.
Please.
But
Let's see if
yeah,
I can
Get
figure it
Coach
out.
Jer out there. He knows how to put a ring together.
Yeah, we know.
Saw last year.
It's tough. Yeah, we lost the ice. It's coming back in a few weeks. We'll get those videos up.
Yeah,
We got
so we've been thinking about, okay, it's been a while since we've done a old paint cans video.
Yep.
What do we want to do for the first game back?
beauty. Okay, we'll talk about that.
So we can talk about that.
I also want to talk about best pregame meals.
Ooh.
Think of that. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Real quick, run her down. Maybe that'll be a
Ooh.
draft, like best.
Oh, I
pregame
think we
meals
should save that
drafted.
for a draft.
Well, we can say our top, and then we'll draft it later,
Okay.
and then also
But
worst.
then everyone know. Maybe we'll change it up.
Boys
next
don't
time, I
carb
don't know.
load
No,
nowadays.
you pick one. You can pick one. With a
Okay.
draft, you've got to pick 5.
Carb
Okay, we'll
load.
pick one. We'll pick one.
And we'll also do a draft for the worst pregame meals.
Yeah, and then I had just a funny story,
Yep.
kind of Halloween related, because we're recording this and it's on Halloween, so I thought that would be suitable.
Hell
It'll
yeah.
only take a minute, and then obviously the Leafs
Oh,
shit the bed in
Oh,
2 days
why?
in a row against 2 of the worst teams in the league.
great topic.
Sheldon Keefe's gone.
What's wrong with the Leafs?
What's
That's the
wrong
next
with the
step.
Leafs? Why the Leafs are terrible?
What do they need to do? So that's, and then I think Chippy, you had some hypotheticals.
Got some hypotheticals. We're gonna get people thinking. We're gonna get people talking in the comment section.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, we'll just have
Little
to wait.
controversy.
Yeah,
Some
well,
debate,
some
some
controversy,
debate.
some
All right, all right.
debates. Yeah, it's gonna be
All
gonna be
right.
fun.
So before Hayden takes over, I want to just quick little breakdown. We've been kind of following along with the progress of the podcast as we go.
Mhm.
Bringing you guys along for the journey. It was going well. Looks like Chippy's getting a little hate though.
Oh,
yeah,
what?
Chippy's getting some hate in the comment section. I had to
That's
respond.
uncalled for.
It was.
I
kind
I
of-
love haters.
It's. Hey, they
I have
hate
a
us
bunch
because
of
they
haters.
ain't
I
us.
love it.
I have a
I
bunch of
love it.
haters,
I
so-
love
Yeah,
it.
yeah, haters. The thing is, if no one doesn't like you, like name one celebrity that they don't have someone who doesn't like them. It means you're not doing enough.
You need
right?
you need a villain.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You could
I'll
be
that.
both. You
I'm the
could be the
villain. I
hero
love
and
it.
villain.
I'm the hero and the villain.
And the more opinionated that you are, the more you'll get people that really like you, and the more you'll get people that really don't like you.
Exactly. I'm kind of walking that line. I'm walking that line. I like saying some controversial stuff. I like getting it going in the comments. I love it. I love it. I'm here for that.
There we go. It was great because like we launched our first clip and everyone was all about it, and you shared it with your fans. And it was like, yeah,
they love
Coach
it. Yeah,
Chippy,
they love it. The Coach Chip fan love it. But yeah, some other people, this guy can't play. This guy stinks.
So I posted on the Coach.
Catch me on the outdoor rink. Catch me on the outdoor rink.
I'll find you in the parking
Yeah,
lot.
like
They get-
lace them up if you think I stink.
I'll find you lying on the ice after they all dangle you.
So I'm just gonna fire through some of the comments. I posted on my Instagram. I got like,
Holy, give
oh
it to
my
me.
gosh.
Give it to
here
me.
we go.
Don't hold
Uh,
back.
We'll start from the bottom here.
From the bottom now, we're here.
Would like to bet he couldn't even handle a junior practice.
Crazy, which is crazy.
We should tee it up. So the video is could we handle an NHL practice?
There's a clip on TikTok and Instagram.
If you're following along with the podcast.
Yeah,
You
you know.
should be following along if you're
should.
listening.
So could we handle an NHL practice immediately? Hayden and I, no, not a chance.
Yeah,
No.
not a chance. No.
I don't even think I could hand out the hockey sticks.
Crazy.
I
Which
used
is
to
There's an
crazy.
elite level of preparedness that you need to hand out the hockey sticks.
I used to think maybe I could win a cup just giving out the sticks to the
Okay.
guys on the bench. Because if you're on the coaching staff, you get your name on the cup.
Right.
Exactly.
That's how it works,
which
right?
is huge.
But then I went to a Leafs game, and the Leafs stick guy.
Oh my God, this guy is.
Yeah, he's playing the piano on the
Billy
stick.
Styles has got it. We got Justin Hall. Get it. Switch. Let me switch on to there. Like this guy's
Yeah.
insane.
He's a DJ on the
I love
keyboard.
It. I love it.
Every guy, whoever is touching the puck, he touches their stick,
Yeah.
so he knows he can instantly hand it over.
It's
to them.
just
Oh,
ridiculous.
I don't
That's
think-
elite.
I don't
Yeah.
think I could make it as a stick boy in the NHL.
No, I don't think I could. But
But
Anyways.
he couldn't make it as stick boy, but he can put Bedard in a blender.
Mhm.
Bedard in a blender. Honestly, Connor Bedard, I know you're watching this right now. You don't want the one-on-one. You don't want any of it on the ODR. Like we got to make this happen. But Bedard.
Let's get your buddy Alex just when he's back in Barrie, and we'll see how that
Yeah,
goes. first.
exactly.
Alex
exactly.
Formenton.
Yeah.
So
So how do we decide for this draft who goes first?
hold on. Let me get some of these comments, and then we'll get into that.
Oh my god, you
Uh,
gotta rip into him
yeah,
more.
here we
I
go.
love it. No, I love it. Let me-
Bro had to mention his AAA days. LMAO.
course, elite
26 likes on
AAA.
that one.
47, 5-2.
26 likes.
Number
on,
two in
when we only have like
Ontario.
100 followers.
No, this is on my account.
Elite
Oh,
minor
okay,
hockey days. Elite minor hockey days. Let's just remember that, folks.
I could hand out water bottles the whole time. Cake. The other stuff, no way. So we got some honesty here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to see if you could handle a junior practice. No one at the table could. We already said that, or Z's 77. No one at the
We admitted that.
Yeah.
First to admit.
They
Yeah.
got to bring us down.
Except for Coach Chip.
Someone wants to know what your hockey DB is.
Oof.
Oof,
No
Malone.
one even knows my full name, so you'll not be knowing that.
This is a good one. Mark Wilson, he says, I was playing hockey in Boston about 3 years ago, and Yandel showed up. He was roughly 5 times faster than anyone. And
Roughly
Yeah,
5
yeah.
times.
he's not really known for his speed.
They don't know the Coach Chip speed. They don't know the Coach Chip speed. That's hilarious. You guys don't know the Coach Chip speed. Just wait and see.
We got
Just wait and see.
We got Trav for Oilers, controversial podcaster there. He says, dude could absolutely not snap anything around other than his own ankles.
Oh my goodness! Like I would just love to get on the
where's
ice
the
with
air
this
horn
guy.
for that?
Let me get on the ice with this guy.
Oh, that actually would be a good setup. Us versus Trav. He's a professional goalie.
Oh,
He
he's
commented on one of our things.
Yeah.
Or one of
So I
our
just read-
posts.
I just read
Trav's giving it to me though, eh? Trav's giving it
Yeah,
to me.
it's Trav.
Trav, you don't want this. Trav, you absolutely don't want this. So we can make it happen.
Anyways, love the feedback. Let's
All
keep it
love
going.
though. All love though.
I was saying he commented on one of the Puck Daddy posts.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, yeah.
I love it. I
He
love
knows
it.
where where to comment. You know,
Yes.
fish where the fishing's
Yes,
good.
for sure.
right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
He's in the new hot
Puck
spot.
Daddy podcast. Follow it on Insta. Everywhere. It's everywhere.
New place to be. All right, let's get into this draft.
Okay,
All
let's
right,
go.
so how do we
Write it down.
how do we decide? Chippy's the moderator. How do we decide who drafts
Let's
first?
do a rock paper scissors right here, right now.
All right, one best
One take.
What?
One
Right.
take. Yep.
Oh, I thought we
You
were
guys
rock
got-
paper
I think
scissors
I think
shoot.
I think you guys gotta like say it because it's a podcast, guys.
Okay.
That is true.
Okay.
Is it rock paper scissors shoot?
Okay,
I
you
usually go rock, paper,
you do it the American way.
No, the kids have been doing it. Let's do rock paper scissors. That's how I
Well,
always did it.
Yeah, it's always
Okay.
rock paper scissors.
Rock
Paper,
paper
scissors.
scissors. Rock paper scissors. Rock paper
scissors.
scissors. Rock paper scissors.
Oh,
We
Jeremy
tied.
throws scissors.
Yeah, I got
Ian throws
paper. I don't know what
paper.
this is.
Gets
After the
cut up.
4th round, I'll get.
It's put in a blender.
All right, so you get to draft first. First overall pick.
Fries.
Screw
Okay.
you. That
Oh,
was-
okay. Just fries. Like there's way more categories to fries.
We got it.
Just
got
fries.
Fries. Keep it classic.
my,
Classic.
my top one was just fries with salt and vinegar.
Yeah, of course. What you put on it, that's up to you. But fries. Fries is the concession stand all-star. You cannot go wrong.
So
They're fried potatoes. Like it's hard to mess that up.
Yeah, I know where Chippy was going with this.
Yeah,
he's
you know where
saying
I'm go-
he's saying the good old poutine.
Yeah, there we
But
go. Fries and gravy.
I
There's
Are you
can't.
going?
fries.
I'm not going that because me personally,
Whoa.
I'm not a big poutine guy.
Not in your draft.
I don't know if that like if I should be
Wow,
disqualified as a
this
Canadian.
is
It's your team. You draft who you want.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going, and this might be a little bit off the board.
Mhm.
Mac and cheese.
Pardon?
What?
What rinks
Have
did
I
you go
ever
to?
had mac and cheese at a hockey rink? I don't think I have.
It's unreal.
I've never.
I
seen
love
it.
mac and cheese. Don't get me wrong, I love it, but mac and cheese at a hockey rink?
judge.
At
Don't
a
judge.
hockey rink?
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like it though. I like it. Okay.
Number 2 on my draft, I'm going with the slush puppy.
Slush puppy.
Another
Huge.
class-
That's a huge
If
play.
you scored a
good.
goal, you got a slush puppy, and I would get the blue one, the blue raspberry slush puppy.
True. Almost everyone. That's like a universal fact. I remember that growing up. It's like you score, you get a blue slush puppy.
I don't know how they managed it, but they got their machine in every single in every single minor hockey snack bar.
Yeah.
It was the one thing. Like they could have just
Yeah.
called them all the Hush Puppy snack bar or something.
Yeah.
There's no chain. There's no whatever. But there,
No.
for whatever
slush
reason,
puppy.
the-
Just
That
see the
little
three
thing and that
colors.
little-
Yeah, the little.
we
twirling.
were never allowed to get it at AAA. AAA
Mm.
players, you know, if you get caught eating a slush puppy, a hot dog, or a
Benched.
gravy, you will not be seeing the ice for the rest of the season.
But after the game, even after the game.
Meanwhile,
Oh, dude, you can't. I'm
my
telling you. I'm
gosh.
telling you.
meanwhile, Phil Kessel is dipping his
Yeah.
hot dog in the slush
come on,
puppy.
guys.
It's a smoothie. You have a banana smoothie with a banana after the game. You're not getting caught with the slush
All
puppy.
right, number 2. Hayden.
All right, I'm going nachos.
Okay, solid.
Yeah.
Solid. My number 3,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be drafting Fun Dip.
Fun. Oh, like the powder and
I
the.
don't think it exists anymore. It's not
Oh.
I've seen
really.
them. I've seen
That
them.
green, it's like a green packaging
It's-
with.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a
Yeah, yeah.
package.
Green and purple. I
Yeah,
remember with
yeah,
the
I
white
know- I know
thing.
what
We
you're
all
talking
know it.
about.
Yeah.
It's got powdered sugar. It's got a little candy stick. You suck on
Lick
the
it till
stick.
it's raw.
Easy. Easy now. There's
Easy.
children.
Easy.
Number 3, Fun Dip, just because of the experience as a child. Like every time
Fun
we go to the
Dip.
rink, you'd run around the rink. Like if you weren't playing, you're watching your brother play or whatever. Get
Yeah.
the Fun Dip, and that lasts you like
That's a
half an
creative
hour.
answer. I love that.
That's
answer.
interesting
I love that
because
answer.
my third pick is also candy related,
Okay.
and it's sour keys.
Mm.
Sour keys.
you know
Good
what?
old 25-cent sour keys.
I kind of think, yeah. we should've-
I would take sour keys over Fun Dip any day.
I think so too.
I went with nostalgia. I went with nostalgia, and I was gonna go with 5-cent candies as a general category,
Right.
but
But at the snack bar, they often didn't have those.
oh,
At least not in the
see,
ones
I was
I
born
went
in '85, so they still existed
to.
when
Like
I
I
was
would go to the convenience store for 5-cent candies, but the snack bar, no, that's too cheap for the snack bar.
No chance.
Yeah.
gonna go ahead with my 4th pick and pick poutine.
It's-
There, that's
oh,
that's so
okay.
that's so low.
I
At
let
number 7.
I'm all right with that, but I know that I'll get some heat for not liking poutine as a Canadian.
Fries and gravy. Like there's a difference between fries and gravy and poutine.
Oh, 100%.
So you want the cheese? You want the cheese
I'm
in
taking
there?
poutine, full on
Okay,
poutine. Yeah.
huge. Okay.
I mean, 4th overall. I think I'm gonna go like a chocolate chip muffin.
Oh my god. Okay.
Really?
Like actually, I
Really?
should be more specific. It's a double chocolate chip muffin.
Oh, so
Okay.
It's like like the
Chocolate cake.
Costco, the
Yep.
Costco double. A lot of the snack bars I went to just had a bunch of stuff from Costco,
Okay.
and the double chocolate chip muffin from there is like basically a cake. It's
My-
so good.
My problem is the consistency. If you get that at say the Coldwater Arena, it's gonna be good, and then you go to like Innisville, and it's like too
I
small.
may be a bit
and it's,
biased because it's
From your
a
rink?
you
local
need it to be
rink, yeah.
moist. You need it to be good
Yes.
chocolate. You need it to be
Just tell them to throw it in a microwave.
If you
yeah.
get
a little bit of butter on there.
like you go to the wrong rink, and they might have pulled it out like it's the opening night, and they still had it left over from last season.
Yeah.
right.
Like it's a playoff muffin, and you're having
It's
it.
been in the freezer.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
My very last pick,
5th overall, drum roll.
we got to go with a beverage,
Oh, okay.
and I'm tempted to go with the coffee, even though they're usually terrible. But it's just something you drink, even but I'm gonna.
As
play
a
it
parent,
safe.
I would
Tempted
agree.
to say coffee. Okay, not
I'm,
coffee though.
I'm playing it safe. I'm going Gatorade.
Gato. The blue Gato should have been number 1.
I
Gato.
I was gonna pick that after you said slush
Wow.
puppy. I was like, I should go drink first, but I was like, maybe Jeremy won't do more than one drink.
The Gato is a huge Trav.
Probably should have been a little higher, but I'm lucky I stole, I
Wow.
stole that. In
I
the
mean,
fifth.
I could
think
go.
that's- yeah.
I could go a bit biased and use like BioSteel.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, there we go.
But I'm gonna stick on my list here. I got the mystery bag.
Oh,
mystery bag.
Hayden's like full of surprises. Hey,
Mystery bag.
he's going off the.
Yeah, I'm going off the
What are you
board for
guys doing
everything.
in these local leagues. Mystery bag. I've never heard of a mystery
Yeah,
bag.
you've never heard of a mystery bag?
No. Mate, what's a mystery
They,
bag?
some of them. So there was ones that was literally branded the mystery bag, and it just came with like random candies in it. You never knew.
Okay. I think I do remember
And
that.
then some of the
Okay.
snack bars made their own mystery bag that was just a brown bag with a bunch of random.
Oh,
candy in it.
okay, the brown bag with
Yeah,
the candy.
yeah,
Okay,
you'd be like,
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
it's like $2 for, and you don't know what you got.
mystery bag.
Yeah.
I like that. I
Let-
like that.
let's-
As a kid, there's nothing more fun than that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Let's make note of who went undrafted. The arena hot dog.
I had
Yeah.
that on my
Oh,
list.
Those
but
things that just slowly turn and
Sit
glisten.
there for 10 hours.
I knowing what I know now, because my girlfriend's a public health inspector, I can't draft that
Oh,
higher.
that's-
you
It's
can't.
disgusting.
That was it for
steak,
me.
eh? The
I
tube
just didn't
steak.
know how long they were on there. And
Yeah.
never got them.
Uh-huh.
Actually, one that I sort of missed out on was the deep dish pizza. We used to have these little
What?
The
yeah.
deep dish.
At our rink
Oh.
in
In
Beaverton.
Chicago?
Yeah, it was like a-
Yeah.
it was a little mini personal pizza, but how they made it, it just tasted amazing.
Oh my
But
gosh.
What do I mean, fries and gravy. was left out. Okay, the
Yeah.
poutine, but there's just fries and gravy, a little bit of ketchup.
I couldn't just go an all fry draft. My team would be not balanced. Probably if
Yeah.
I went fries, and gravy.
I'm
and
just-
that's
Oh, I forgot when we left off the list. The chicken fingers, the chicken.
I had-
nugget.
I
thought of
Whoa, the
that.
Tenders.
I thought of that, but
wow.
I was going more from like, because I don't go to a snack like men's league. There's no snack bar ever open,
no.
so I'm going off of like growing up,
Yeah.
what I would draft, not like what I would do now.
All right,
You
all right.
know?
I was probably nuggets and fries. I'd probably say was
Yeah.
huge.
Okay, so
Nice combo.
Chippy,
Yo,
you got to give one of us the dub in your opinion, and everyone in the comments can let us know who I. I'm
Okay,
not
so-
sure how I feel about
so
mine.
Jared drafted fries,
Yeah,
slush puppy,
Mm.
yeah.
fun dip,
Mm-hmm.
poutine, the Gato.
That's pretty
Getting
solid.
hungry.
Wow.
I want to go order all that.
Yeah.
Wow.
We
Okay.
need a snack bar in here.
That's hard to beat.
Uh-huh.
Honestly, Hayden, that's hard to beat. Hayden's
Yeah.
got the mac and cheese, questionable #2 overall pick. We have nachos, solid. We're gonna say that's solid all day long.
Yeah.
Sour keys, not
That
a
was-
sugar
that
guy
was-
myself.
a
but
winner, I
solid. I think that's a solid pick at number. I was
Mhm.
at number 6
Yeah.
overall, and then we have the double chocolate chip muffin. We're going off the board. Hayden went off the board with this.
I went with a
Hayden-
couple big left shot defensemen on.
I think you made up to it with number 10 overall, the mystery bag. I
Yeah.
think that was creative answer.
Yeah, thank you.
Mystery
Thank you.
bag. He was diving deep into his minor hockey days, and overall, I think I'm gonna have to go with Jared just based on my
Ah,
just
boo.
based on my taste palette. Fries number 1.
All right.
Was that the right one?
Guys in the
Fuck.
comment, yeah, you got the air horns.
Womp.
Yeah, only I can hear it. We need to get more headphones.
I think it cuts everyone else off, doesn't it? Or does it play
You
over?
can still hear,
Okay, good.
but it's. I try to balance the audio, but
I like that. I like that little
Yeah.
series we just did there.
yeah, that was fun. We'll try to start off the next few pods with something like that. I think it's fun.
I like that.
Toss some ideas in the comments.
Yeah, what should
or
we draft next?
Draft ideas.
Well, next we're gonna do the concessions.
Yep.
Slightly similar. But Chippy's just pointing at the camera. Do it now. All right. So next up.
Well, let's get real quick.
Okay.
Best pregame meal.
Oh,
Number
Spaghetti
one.
meatballs.
Hard to disagree.
That's my go-to.
Game
And like a
meal,
Caesar salad or something, like or a garden salad.
When I was playing, it was so bad. I wasn't taking care of my health at all. Like I never had like a pregame meal.
Chips and
Now it would
bagel
be
or something.
chicken, rice, and broccoli or something like
Ooh.
that.
Oh,
Little
like
bit of
super
carbs, little
optimal. You're
protein.
like John Tavares.
Yeah, I'm JT.
Gary Roberts would love
Or
that.
a
man.
Big
Yeah.
Mac on the way into the game. I mean, I don't know what. No, I'm joking. I wasn't eating that. I was AAA, guys. I wasn't eating a Big Mac before the game. I'm joking.
Hey,
Burrito.
let's make it a game. You gotta take a shot every time Chris mentions.
Did I
AAA.
mention
Yeah.
Did I mention I played?
Put a dollar in the
AAA?
jar.
Did I mention we were 47?
Did you play AAA? I
and
didn't
five?
hear you.
Can we get through a whole podcast?
Back in my AAA
You
days.
guys want to hear about? Yeah, you guys want to hear more about my minor hockey career?
I mean, to be honest, like a pregame meal, I don't think it has that much of an impact, but there are some bad ones.
Oh,
I-
we could do a whole
Oh.
draft on worst pregame meals.
Oh, for sure. And
Yeah.
I think it's more important when you eat it. If you eat right before the game, maybe it's like still coming up when you're
Right.
like.
Well, we had sausages in the parking lot one time.
Huge.
save
That's
that.
a healthy pregame. That
pregame barbecue.
The other team was just destroyed.
holy crap! Yeah, like the hot Italian sausage before
Yeah.
going out and playing a men's league game.
It is funny though, because like pasta, like carb up, that used to be the go-to. Like everyone would tell you, eat your carbs before the game. You need
Oh,
that
yeah.
energy. It was like the nutritional,
Right.
like that is what you do. And now they're like, oh well, you need a balanced diet. You have some nuts, have some fruits, some
Yeah.
blueberries, some vegetables. Make sure you get the broccoli in you. Like,
Yeah,
All I need is pre-workout, to be honest.
yeah,
Like I can
water.
go to a game, no food in my belly, and
Give me a
pre-workout, I'll be
pizza.
good.
Give me a large pizza before the game. Let's carb up, hey boys and girls out there.
maybe maybe we'll test it. We'll do a different pregame meal.
Mm.
Hey, Little
We
Caesars.
each have to eat together, though.
That's what I'm saying. Old
Yeah.
paint cans, right?
Yeah,
Before
yeah,
the
yeah,
game.
yeah.
And we'll just
We're gonna do spaghetti meatballs in the parking lot.
we'll just down something. We'll meet in the parking lot and
Yeah.
just crush something and we'll go and play.
Everyone eats, so that's and then we
I-
rank the meals based on.
To be
performance.
honest, I think for me personally,
Mhm.
the meal itself is less important than how long I eat before.
Fair.
Like I need like a good like 45 minutes at least before.
I think I
Digest.
agree.
I need to like digest.
Get it in
I would
ya.
say like I'm
Yeah.
like hour and a half out.
Mm.
I'd eat.
I was saying 45 minutes conservatively. Like if you're in a rush and there's a
Yeah.
early game.
Nature Valley Bar goes a long way.
Yeah.
There you go. A quick little snacker.
Yeah.
Little
Anyway,
snacker.
so we should do a draft on that at some point, or
And speaking of men's league YouTube ideas, I think we
Yes.
got to add that as before we play, we'll just eat something and see what happens.
Yeah, and then
Right.
the guy with the most goals, that's the best meal.
There you go.
It's
Yeah.
got to be the best meal. Like
we each eat something
Yeah.
different.
We're all
We-
buzzing. Oh, we
we
mixed
just
it up.
take notes. Be like,
Mhm.
what did you have for dinner? Okay, you got 2 points.
Nah,
you got
we
2
gotta crush something on camera.
Yeah,
there's a dude I follow on
meat
TikTok.
lovers.
There's a dude I follow on TikTok, and he just eats the most random stuff. I saw him eat. It's called a century egg. It's basically like a fermented egg that's like a year old.
Oh god.
So maybe we'll grab some of those.
Lovely.
Right?
Lovely.
I'm not sure I'm all for that.
Yeah.
In his most recent video, he chugged a bottle of maple syrup. You know, crush a bottle of maple syrup before we head out.
my
Gosh,
We gotta get
sugar.
interesting. Yeah,
I feel like that's just gonna slow us down a
Yeah,
lot.
eh?
there's only one way to find out.
Yeah,
Or
that's
maybe the
awesome,
sugar high. I don't know.
60 pack of Timbits before the game.
I could do that.
We gotta
I
make
could
it
do the 60.
interesting.
I could do the 60.
Chippy
pack.
could do that and put Bedard in
Yeah,
the
and
Yeah.
Bedard. I'm gonna put you in a blender after eating a 60 pack of Timbits, bud. So
Give us some food ideas, some pre-game meal
Yeah.
ideas, and actually next podcast I'll share the worst pre-game meal.
Right.
We'll do the no, we're not gonna do the draft. Maybe
We can do it next week.
pre-game. I don't know. I've got a great story. We'll save it for one of the podcasts. But
Yeah.
let's get into the topic list.
Yeah,
here.
so I had an idea for the old paint cans.
Mhm.
Not enough people come to watch men's league games.
Mhm.
Like, there's no one ever. Like, maybe a girlfriend, maybe a wife,
it's for
and
good reason.
they're probably on their phone.
Yeah.
It's for good reason.
Good
but
reason.
imagine
packing the
our
barn.
next old paint cans game,
Yep.
packed barn.
Pack the barn.
How are we gonna lie? Are we gonna
No,
like
we-
have a fake concert? We'll have a fire festival.
We
Yeah,
tell
yeah, fi-
we
yeah.
tell people the Barry Colts are playing tonight.
Exactly.
Get paid to come watch this game. You guys
I
are
mean-
all gonna get paid to watch us play.
I don't even think some of those OHL games are packed sometimes.
No,
right?
if I'm being totally honest, I was thinking of like just inviting everyone we know,
Mhm.
make it like a big thing, and then say we paid a crowd to come watch our men's league game with like air horns and signs
be
and
jealous.
like
Great idea.
If I knew anybody,
I just even if I invite the people I know, they don't even want to come.
they don't even. Yeah, like what am I getting out of this?
My dad's like, "Oh, I gotta feed my fish."
Hear me out.
you know, like-
hear me out. You're talking logistics. I just want. Do you like the idea?
I
like
love
it.
the idea.
Okay, now let's figure out how we do this.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like,
everyone listening, come
so-
watch our next game.
so,
please.
Jared, how much would you charge for a YouTube video sponsored integration?
oh, what, like
Like you want Dayquil they want to have an ad insert in your video.
oh, and then I use the ad money to
You,
pay everyone.
you
to
tell
come
them
to my game.
you tell them this
Ooh.
is a Mr. Beast thing I saw.
right,
When he first started out, he's like
Ooh.
double it and I'll give it all away to a homeless person.
right.
So you get a sponsored thing and you
Yeah.
say I'm giving it to a fake crowd.
Right.
Actually, a sick
But
idea.
okay, so if we pay 500 people, like how much do you have to? That's the real question. How much do you have to pay someone to come watch you play?
I'm thinking we
Beer
just
League?
Yeah.
I'm thinking we put a sign up in the rink.
Yeah.
It says tickets to the old paint cans game
negative
$20.
Make money for showing up to this game.
Yeah. And the more spirited you are, there might be more money involved.
That's the question. What's an hour's worth of your time worth? What's an hour of your time worth?
Well,
Would you take $20 to watch a men's league hockey game?
I could probably convince some friends and family to show up
$20,
and
yeah,
then
then you go Yeah.
We'd probably get the teams that played before
What
us and
about-
after us,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah,
So that's
yeah.
like
And
60.
maybe like the minor hockey kids, all the ones that are like they would like to watch. They'd convince their parents to come out.
Sounds like a lot of work. And the other problem is then people would see us play.
Boo.
Yeah. Oh, I want you guys to
Yeah.
see me play. I want you guys to see me play.
The YouTube videos are edited for a reason.
yeah.
Yeah, we edit the only highlight reels.
Yeah, we
Thank
leave
you
the
very
best parts
much.
in.
Interesting idea.
I like it though. I like that. That's like a lot of potential.
Yeah.
in that
Anyway, so
video.
that was for the old paint cans, and
Yeah.
then we also have another series on Jeremy's channel called Shinny Shenanigans that Chip, you've been in for a couple of videos now. We haven't uploaded both of them yet.
Working on it.
I'm working on it.
Mhm.
So Shinny Shenanigans ideas. I know Jerry, you were talking about maybe repairing some sticks or something. What was your thoughts
Yes,
there?
we were supposed to shoot that today, but it's Halloween, so the kids will get off the bus and they'll want to go.
Right.
Won't have time today. But basically, repairing hockey sticks, can it be done? I've got some genius ideas,
Right.
always thinking,
Mhm.
and I want to test them all out.
Yeah.
Of course, we just got to record
Like
that, right?
full on broken shafts or just like the
Yeah,
blade? Because I have a
everything.
stick that
I've
has the
seen
blade.
I've
broken,
seen it like people try to repair, but
Mhm.
the flex gets messed up.
Mhm.
I'm interested to see what you got like in your mind, what you're thinking.
The main ways you can damage a stick, you get the toe all chipped up.
Yeah.
Too many towies out there in the parking lot.
Exactly.
You're toe dragging those pop cans around the garbage,
Too
right?
many
That's
games
my
with the
problem.
toe dragons.
That's my problem.
Then we got the bottom of the blade that delaminates.
I have one like that.
Right?
Yeah.
Eventually, the blade just separates, and then when you shoot, it twists. It's the sneaky break, the one you
Yes.
don't know about. But then you're like,
Yeah.
why does my shot keep going like 3 feet that
I
way?
can speak to that. We were working on a video for the pond on the backyard rink, and you're like, lean into it, Hayden, get a slap shot. And I'm shooting, and I'm like, it's not even coming off of the ground. What's happening? And
Butter.
and then I look at the slow mo or like the video after. I'm like, yeah, my stick is flexing and like the blade is going
Yeah.
like this and opening right up.
That's usually how I notice those
Just
ones.
the excuse, eh?
Yeah.
Just the
Yeah.
excuse.
You miss a few wide, and you're like, what's going on? And then the next one, it like doesn't come off the ice. And you're like, this is really weird. You take like a slap shot, and it doesn't
Yeah.
go how you think.
Must be the stick.
Like,
Yeah.
You twist the blade, and the blade just opens up, and you're just like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So like, I think that one's easier to fix.
What do you
Little
just
bit of-
fill it with like a
A little bit of polymer, or is that the right word? Yeah.
put a cork in it?
Yeah, like a stick. Fixing a stick, easy money. I mean,
yeah.
yeah. If you break a stick, guys, you don't need a new stick. Okay,
That's a good idea.
moral
So
of the
we'll
story.
do that, and then
And-
we'll
and then the
try
shaft.
it in pickup hockey.
Yes,
see
of
if it
course.
works.
Yeah.
See if
Testing.
it explodes in our hands.
Can we
just throw
fix
some Flex
broken
Seal on it.
sticks?
Flex seal.
Put some Flex Seal, and
Oh.
you're back.
Over the last like 5 years, I've been collecting things that we can use.
Right.
So yeah, we'll test them out next video.
All right. Those are
I like that.
some good ideas. I would like to brainstorm. You guys are just getting a little inside scoop on what we
Yeah.
normally talk about anyway.
Here's what's gonna happen.
Juices that are flowing.
I also think there's a million view idea right here. There's like $1 million ideas. There's a million view.
Whoa.
million view video.
Get the heartbeat going. What is it?
All right. I've been wanting to do this for a while. I'm gonna take my skate to a skate shop,
Yeah.
and I'm size 10 in skates. I'm gonna get a size 5 skate holder, like the tuck.
Yeah.
So
My
my
for the blade?
yes, the
Oh
blade will
my
be size 5, but the skate will be size
Like
10.
the boot will be size 10, but the holder will be size like
5.
kids.
Like a kid's size skate blade
Tightrope.
on an adult.
The agility on this guy is going to be
I
through the
wa-
roof.
I want to see what'll happen.
Yeah.
You'll
And I see
probably
that.
actually
you'll
interesting.
probably
That's what
toe
I'm
pick,
saying.
fall first stride on the ice.
Because you're used to
Yeah.
leaning like
Yeah, you won't be able to. You'd have to like C-cut. You'd have to like.
Yeah, get wide stance.
that's the thing is that I've messed with like the skate blade sharpenings, the
Profile.
profiles, all this stuff. You can notice a millimeter of difference in your steel. You don't
You're
think
gonna
you
feel
can.
like you're sinking into the ice.
So you don't think that
Yeah.
you can actually feel that difference. But when you go side by side, like I put like a 13-foot profile here, 9-foot there, I'm like, oh yeah, I can notice when I go side by side. And then that makes so much sense. Like if you change like the forward lean or the back, like if you take a little bit of steel off the back or the front, or even the left and the right of the sharpening,
You notice it.
it messes you up. And a lot of people don't know why they can't skate or like something's messing up. It could be their skate sharpening.
It could be they suck
Most
at skating.
likely.
So if I put a size 5
Yeah. No.
on a size 10, I think it's gonna be weird. It's
Are
gonna
we all
roll.
going to do that? Or are you just going to? Well, I guess I
Yeah,
could put
3
on,
sets of skates.
or we could just do one and then swap between. What size skates are
Size-
you?
I'm size like 7.5.
Oh, okay,
Now here's the problem.
So we
is
could just take his blade holders and put it on our.
Yeah, relax. Big size 7.5. Big size 7.5.
Yes. So the only problem is that now Bar Down is going to take that idea and go make a video before we do. We got to get it out there.
We got to do it quick. Yeah.
Gotta go get it
Get on
done.
that right away. Yeah.
Exactly. Take action on our ideas. That's what we do. That's what we do now.
Yeah.
Let's get her done. All right. We'll get that out in the next few
Jeremy,
months.
I love it.
Thank you.
I
Like it
love that.
the next few months. That's realistic. I like it. Normally it's like in the next couple weeks, and I'm like, but we have 3 other videos
That's
that
the
we have.
thing. We
yeah.
got a lot in the backlog, but we're
Yes.
going to shoot it. We're going to shoot it not next week, week after. 2 weeks from now, we're shooting that video.
All right.
I like it.
Sounds
I
good.
like it.
I love it. All right. It's Halloween. I wanted to share just kind of a funny story. I was out for a walk with my girlfriend and the dog, walking through the neighborhood, trying to like kind of check out the Halloween decorations, right? It's the night before Halloween. Most people are kind of setting up.
Romantic.
So romantic.
Oh, I'm scared.
No, honestly, we were just going for a walk. I honestly kind of forgot that people would have decorations out. We're walking, I'm like, oh, look at that. They got lights. They got all this stuff. We're walking. We end up on this one street that I had never been on. And it was lit up like, like Christmas Vacation, like in Christmas with all the lights or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
It was like that, but for Halloween.
Nice.
Like on both sides of the street, there was like so many lights on one side. The other side was like all Ghostbusters and like
Just went hard.
they just went hard. So then I'm like, whoa, this is cool. We're just like walking, and Harvey is my dog. He's the golden retriever. He's just like exploring, like having the grandest time. Then we come up to this one house, and they went the opposite direction, right? They went super spooky, like they had like
scary
graves, and they had like an old car that looked like the windows were smashed and stuff. Like they went full. They had a huge skeleton, probably like literally like a 30-foot tall skeleton on the back of a trailer.
Be on the lookout for a mass murderer. Is that the kind of the vibe? But we don't know, eh?
So we're like walking past this house, and we're like, oh my gosh, this is creepy. And as soon as we step in front of the house, boom, car honk. It's got like a sensor, so it honks the car. And Harvey, like my dog, like jumps a bit, and Shannon and I are both like, what the heck? And then we keep walking. They were sitting on their porch, so they're like, we got you. I was like, yeah, the dog freaked out. He's like, yeah, the dog.
Get the defibrillator because I think I just had a heart attack.
Yeah. So then we keep walking.
Solid.
It's probably like maybe like a 50-foot front of the property. We walk to the other side of it, and they're like laughing at us. And then there's this garbage can, and Harvey starts walking up to it, like just to like kind of like investigate it. And then boom, something like some scary thing jumps out of it, and he like launches himself into my crotch. Like literally jumps at me. And then the guy in the background, like sitting on the porch, is like, yeah, just the dog, eh? He starts razzing me. And I'm like, he literally jumped into me. Yeah. So that was and then there was lots more fun decorations down the road, but none of the scary stuff. Yeah.
I have always wanted to like insert myself inside of a costume and just sit on the front porch, make it look like
I've had a couple people do
right?
that to me.
And wait for the kids to come out, and when they reach for the candy, you just go, bah!
That's
like,
good content.
Yeah,
Right there.
I saw a TikTok of someone doing that, and they had a sign, the classic sign, here's a bowl, please take one.
Yeah.
And then the girl goes to grab a handful, and he's like, please just take one.
I'm guilty. I'm guilty of the take one and dump the entire thing in a bag.
I thought it said one bowl. Just
Yeah, one bowl.
Yeah, one bowl. Yeah, right. Like me, and my buddy,
Yeah.
loaded in there, running around like
Speaking of Halloween, hands up if you dressed up as a hockey player for Halloween.
every year in high school.
At least
every
twice.
year in high
Yeah.
school. Throw a jersey on.
There's my
Well,
costume.
It was
Yeah.
like once it got to the point where you stopped thinking about what you were going to be for Halloween, it's like, oh, I got my hockey gear.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're
Throw
wearing
the jersey on,
like stinky gloves and grabbing all the candy and stuff.
didn't wash
You look
it.
like a beauty. You throw a hockey jersey on, you're automatically a
Yeah,
beauty.
little
so-
bucket hang. Yeah.
Like a bucket hang, you throw a little black eye in there. Maybe I'm gonna be a fighter this.
At least I looked like one for Halloween. Eh? Like,
Exactly.
wait until I get on the ice, then it's like a different story. But,
Exactly.
Halloween, I looked like a hockey player.
But anyway, I hope anyone listening to this that has kids or even kids listening had a great Halloween, because you'll probably be listening to this tomorrow.
Not if they went to my house, because my house is gonna be black. There's gonna be no lights on. There's no
Ah,
pumpkins.
humbug.
There's no candy being handed out today. On my, I forgot about it.
What do you
got
got to hit the gym or something? What's going?
Yeah, I'll be in the gym when all these kids are coming by my house.
You're not
Coach
trick-or-treating?
Chip's in the gym today.
Yeah.
You're not trick or treating?
No chance.
Huh?
No chance.
You got your hockey gear.
no chance. Coach Chippy. We're on the diet now. We're no candy.
Jerry,
no
you and
sugar.
you and
I
Sammy like to
can't do it.
dress up with the kids when you go out.
Yeah,
right?
last year we were peanut butter and jam. Thought that was a nice one. Just
Nice.
you know,
You're a big
classic.
Halloween guy. You got the Spider webs. I was a little afraid coming in today.
Oh, were you?
Spider webs.
Broad
out there.
daylight.
Holy.
The nice thing is my front yard and house can look disheveled and run down, and that's
And it's
okay.
part of
That's
the
okay for a few
aesthetic.
weeks.
Yeah.
Like I don't have to pick the things up off the front yard.
Then you clean
know?
up the Halloween decorations. Everyone's like, okay, what's going on?
You keep on cleaning up.
Wait,
You know,
you just hope it snows right away. That's your.
Yeah.
like the eaves trough is hanging off. We got broken windows. All these things. Like this
Yeah.
looks okay for at least a month.
Yeah.
We got the
That's like all the leaves on the ground on my driveway. I'm just waiting for snow.
Yeah.
Right.
Why do I clean these up when I can just wait for the snow to come down and cover it all up? You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I don't get why people put all the leaves in their yard in bags and
Into a
when they
bag. No.
run
Just rake
over.
it onto the neighbors.
Break it over the neighbors.
Saying run it
leave
over with the
there.
lawnmower.
Leave it there
Mulch
for
it.
the snow.
Just run it over with your
Mulch it,
lawnmower.
yeah,
The wind will blow it.
Exactly.
Where else did it normally go?
I
It's like-
think there's a point in time where it's okay to do that.
Yep.
But if you do that later in the year after everyone's already raked up theirs, then I think you got some fighting
it
neighbors.
just turns into dirt
Yeah.
eventually.
Well, exactly. It's
Compost.
No,
of the
because
earth.
once you cut it all up,
Yeah.
then it blows onto the neighbor's
Oh,
lawn.
fair. Okay.
And if
okay.
they've already
Gotcha.
picked it up, then I think it's kind of
Gotcha.
unfair.
I grew up on a farm. I was on a farm. And when I was a
Yeah.
kid,
No, I grew up where the neighbors weren't close enough that it mattered.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Yeah. anyway, that was our fun
You
little
won't catch me
Halloween.
raking
You
any
won't-
leaves.
No raking.
No.
you're not mulching.
No, I've done too much mulch. I've mulched so many gardens after having bad games. It's insane.
Just sweeping the other team in the playoffs.
More mulch. More mulch. More mulch.
Speaking of playoffs, do you think the Leafs are even going to make the playoffs at this rate?
They had a
Ooh,
bad-
ooh.
They had a bad start to their season last year, and they came out okay.
Did
But I
they?
was
I don't even remember.
did.
What?
Yeah.
How
They
would
started out pretty bad, and then Campbell got really hot,
Oh,
and
yeah.
they went on like the biggest winning streak in franchises or tied it or something. I don't know.
Or like
the best
Campbell
season.
tied.
Yeah.
They had the most points ever
Yeah.
last, like in
Yeah,
Texas
yeah.
history last season.
Mhm.
But I wasn't worried about it. Like last year, they were losing, but it didn't look bad. It's like, yeah, they're just like
How you
things
lose
look-
matters.
the games look okay, but they're not winning them, so it'll be fine.
My biggest problem with the Leafs, and it's always been this, is that they just can't play 3 periods of hockey. They either have a slow start and spend the next 2 periods trying to come back and win it,
Mhm.
or they actually start out good and you're like, oh, this is great. And then halfway
Yeah.
through the second period, things start going to shit. And
Yeah.
they, like last night in Anaheim, they blow it in the 3rd period.
Exactly.
See, if they played in our league, we only have 2 periods. They'd be fine.
Yeah, they'd be perfect.
But our problem is we're a third period team.
yeah,
So we need that. Third
Yeah, we need
period.
the-
we need it.
we're the opposite of the Leafs.
Yeah,
so
every
it's,
time-
Cardio's full always.
Every
Always
time
have
we
the
lose.
cardio.
Oh, yeah, we're a third period.
yeah.
team.
So anyway, if you had to pick one thing that you think the Leafs should do in the next month to like correct this, what would it be? And it can be nothing if you're happy with it, but I'd be surprised if
I
you
got
were.
one.
All right,
Barry Trotz.
Barry Trotz,
Bring him in.
the
Bring
coach.
him in.
You're going
Bring
straight
him
for
in
the-
now.
Sheldon Keefe.
Bring him in now.
All
It's
right.
the
Sheldon's lost the
easiest-
room. He's lost the room.
It's the easiest answer. Just get a new coach and see. But that didn't work for Babcock.
See,
Like, it's not.
I'm against that.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like Keefe could be a little bit more, a little less reactive, but overall he's got like the best record.
Well, he's like
Leafs have
benching
had.
Marner for one shift. It's like
Like I think it's the players. Like
it is, but that's what I
has to
mean.
be this
So like now it's like the players like Marner, like Matthew, like Marner doesn't care. He's getting benched for a period. He's making 10 million. He could tell I don't like the coach. Let's get rid of him. Like you know what I mean? Like
I don't know. I
Keefe hasn't been around long
did you
enough.
see him walk down the tunnel and break his stick?
Mhm.
That's like
Yeah.
a temper. Like you're playing the worst team in the league, and you lose the puck and they score. Don't have a temper tantrum. Go out there and score.
I know. But the Keefe's sitting there like I'm gonna lose my job, Mitch. All right, start stepping up, Mitch, because I'm gonna lose my
Yeah,
job
there's a bit.
soon.
I think there's a bit of animosity
Yeah.
between them, like them two specifically.
Well, it's like I think it's
Because
just,
he said that thing about elite players didn't play like elite players tonight,
yeah,
and I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that
like
Marner
apologize.
went and talked to him after.
Mm.
And
Yeah,
then
Marner's like, yeah, I'm not taking any of
and
this
then the
crap.
next-
I've
yeah.
dealt with Babcock.
yeah,
You better watch your tone with me. I'm making 10-5.
and then the next day he apologizes to the media.
yeah,
Says like,
yeah.
oh, I
That's
did.
what I mean.
You guys always blow us out of proportion. That's not what I was trying to say. I was just trying to say that like as a team we didn't play to the capability. Like whatever, you know.
Meanwhile, Daryl Sutter's being asked why Huberdeau left the game in the
Oh,
first period.
Yeah.
I think he had to go
Number
take a
two.
shit. Drop the Browns off in the
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
yeah.
I love that.
I think he had to go take a shit.
Yeah.
Just straight face. Next question.
What about you, Jer? If you could do Like, what would you do in the next month for the Leafs? Would you do anything to change the
To
course?
be honest, what I hope happens is nothing changes and they just figure it out. But I've been waiting for that for the last like 6 years. It just seems with this group of players, they just can't figure it out.
Right.
So the only thing that you really can do is trade someone.
Who would you
Trade the
trade?
team.
Who
I
would you trade?
mean-
Who would you get rid of up front?
Marner probably.
Really?
You got to go someone big. You got to go someone big.
So
Not Styles.
this kind of leans into what
I
I
like Nylander. I think
I love him too.
I
this
love
leans
him
into
too,
what
but
I
he's
was
more
saying.
heart.
So
I don't know.
what I think is going to happen, because they're backed into a corner now, GMs don't want to sell low, right?
Yeah.
And Marner has been having the lowest of lows. It's been clear he's been not happy with how he's playing. So I think the Leafs will, if they're going to make a big trade, like one of the core 4 or 5 year, it's going to be Nylander.
Yeah.
They're going to go Nylander and Hall as a package deal, try to get a solid return, because Nylander has been playing really well.
Why do they throw him on third line? What's Keith saying? What are we starting him
I
on the
don't
third-
understand
What are
that,
you
yeah.
doing? What are you doing?
So
Keith?
let me be clear. I don't want that to happen because I like the way Nylander's been playing, but I
Right.
think that's the way that the only way if they can make a trade and actually get somewhat equal in return. Otherwise, they're going to lose a
What
trade.
was the
anyone
salary
else.
too? He's making like 7? It's-
7
it's
or
a
something.
big
Yes,
contract,
7-1
like-
or
right.
yeah.
But what I would hate to happen is they do something like that, and then Marner and like the thing is, Marner's and Matthews disappear in playoffs a lot of times.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right, and Nylander is the one who's really given her. Like I remember Nylander and Spezza were the ones who actually like it looked like they cared.
Yeah.
during playoffs and like when
Which is funny
they needed
because
to.
in the early stages of Nylander with the Leafs, no one thought he cared.
Yeah.
That was like a big storyline with him.
But that's the thing. He changes. He's growing, right? But it
Yeah.
doesn't seem like the other players are growing. It's like the same thing every season. They
I
play
know,
the same way and do.
I hope they don't get rid of Nylander, but I feel like that's what's like if they're going to trade a big forward, that's who's
Yeah.
on the docket.
Yeah.
And other than if they're going to make a smaller move and just try to like shake things up a little bit, they might get rid of like Kerfoot and Hall or something.
Yeah.
They could get rid of Kerr.
I would be bouncing.
I keep saying Hall because he's just been unbelievably bad.
I'd be bouncing JT. JT's gone.
Yeah,
so.
But
JT,
he's got the
you're
no
gone.
trade, and it would be pretty.
He's actually playing good this
big
year.
move to
I'll
do
give it. Yeah. I honestly get rid of Pappy. Is he gonna resign? I don't know.
Oh my
I
God.
really don't know. Is he like
Yeah.
he? You know what I mean? Like he's seeing the Toronto when it's not
No,
going
you-
good.
You,
it's
see how this is going to go? Hey Matthews, how's it going? What do you want? Okay.
yeah.
That's how that negotiation's going to go.
You
And
think-
then, well, no, he'll walk in and he'll be like, okay, I want this. And it's like, okay, we'll build the team around that.
I could see him going to LA. I could see him being an LA guy. He's
No
friends
way.
with Bieber. Bieber lives in
Oh
LA.
my God. You're just
LA
making up narratives now.
Pappy's going to LA.
No way.
Mark my words.
If imagine you become right with that and you're like the only person to say
Imagine
it.
he's going to LA. I could see him hanging out. He wants to be an LA guy.
no way.
He's a movie star.
He's
hanging
all
out-
about that vibe. He
He's
is all
about the LA vibe. Trust me. He's
Yeah,
going to LA.
He likes the fashion. He could hang on the beach. You know, he's
Yeah, it's
from a desert state. He likes the warm weather.
Yeah,
so
it's
I could see it.
Pappy. Out
In all
LA.
honesty, though, I think the most likely thing to happen is that Dubas trades Hall and a forward or nothing.
Yeah.
And they just ride it out and hope that
They're going to do absolutely
hope
nothing.
that Murray
nothing.
hope that Murray comes back and
Yeah.
they start stealing a couple games and then get the confidence back of the core
Yeah.
people and
Yeah.
like Morgan Riley's been playing really good. Tavares has been on a heater. Nylander's been playing well. It's just Matthews and Marner, and
Yeah.
Matthews is starting to come back a bit too.
Why don't we split Matthews and Marner up? This is what I'd be doing. I'd be throwing
I'd
I'd go Nylander, Matthews.
I put Marner on the third line and only put him on the penalty
Ooh.
kill right now.
strict coach. No, I would say like this. Okay,
If you break your stick down the hall and act like a child and then come out like
Yeah.
nothing happened, I mean, I get trying to hide it, but it's like
but
that's
it's almost like
childish.
it's almost like he had to do that because he's he doesn't care. Marner, like let's be honest, Marner doesn't care. Okay, Marner is out here making 10 million. He's not.
I would like to
think
see Sutter's comment on Marner had to leave there for a second. What do you think happened? Oh, he was fucking pissed off. I think he
No,
just said that.
Marner's like, let me go act. Let me go snap this stick like I really care. I'm still gonna be eating my steak dinner tonight. I'm gonna be on the private jet. Marner, let me act like I care real quick after turning it over 3 times. Like,
Yeah.
Sutter's response. Hey, he was just checking the durability of his stick.
yeah.
I guess it
Mitchie.
broke. I don't know.
Checking the flex on his stick.
Yeah.
Pappy and Mitchie are laughing at that footage right now. Look at me pretending to care to show Keith that I actually care, but I really don't.
You know what? I see why Marner did that. It's he's frustrated. He's got this anger built up. Goes and takes it out. He comes back. He feels relieved. He let some of that stress
So that he
out.
can let another one in.
Yeah, we got scored on right after that too.
Yeah. But
That's rough.
I
I
kinda
love Marner. I'm just
I love it too. I got a jersey, but like
yeah, I don't want anything to happen. I just want the boys to play well. I want to see some good hockey.
It's
Like,
annoying to see ability
that's
not
Yeah.
match up
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
the results.
yeah. Like it's like being a dad. You want your kid to be their best. You
Yeah.
don't care what they do. Just be good at it. Like just
Yeah.
care.
I was
right?
listening to the Steve Dangle podcast, and Jesse Blake on there made a good point. He was arguing that talent includes your like effort and ability to outwork the opponent.
Yep.
So like it takes talent to be the type of person that outworks the opponent,
Yeah.
which I could see
Sure.
both sides of that. But it's like the Leafs are missing a core element of like
There's something
they-
missing.
No, it's
the other
mindset.
team always wants it more than them.
yes.
It's mindset.
Always,
For
yeah.
sure. It's for
I've
sure
never
mindset.
I've never watched a game and felt like, oh, they really care.
I
and
would
they
like to
want
hire
this.
I would like to hire a motivational speaker as the coach for the
Right here.
Leafs.
Get
They don't
Tony
need
Hawk.
they don't need guys with X's and O's. They just need someone to go in there and be like, enough of this.
They need Coach Chippy to go in there
Yeah,
and
yeah.
deliver.
They
a
need the
speech.
mojo.
They
Yeah.
need the boys.
Yeah.
We like. What are we doing?
I remember
mojo.
when the Raptors won the championship, and they're all Leafs. Like the Leafs were from Toronto, right?
Yep.
They probably saw how the city, everyone came together. It was like this massive.
Yeah, how do you not
celebration.
want that? It'll be twice as big as that.
That's what I'm saying. So when
5 times.
that
Yeah.
happened, I'm like, this is the year because they're all gonna see what just happened in Toronto and how like
And
the
then
entire
fart.
nation
Oh my
reacted.
God, yeah.
And they're like, they're gonna want that for themselves.
Yeah.
And no, it didn't. I was like, if that doesn't fire them up and get them like going,
Yeah.
what does?
Imagine being Steve Dangle.
Oh man, it's rough.
15 or however many years of doing the
Holy.
Leafs videos. God.
Here's a crazy angle, something to think about. The Leafs have great talent, but they just look terrible. Have you ever been on a team with good players that does not win games?
Not in men's league.
No.
In my minor
It's
hockey
weird.
career, no. We went.
So I think-
Strange.
I think the difference
I
is,
don't get
that
it.
in the NHL, you're gonna have like the most talented players. They're gonna have moments where they show flashes of that.
Mm.
Sometimes those moments result in a goal. Other times they don't. The problem is the gaps in between when they put those efforts in.
It's the ebbs and flows. Like, again, you
Yeah.
go in a slump, teams go up and down. It's just
Like, I would like to see Matthews and Marner go out on a shift where the other team only has the puck for like 2 seconds, because if they lose it, they're like both right on it.
and they're capable of that.
They're
Like
capable.
We've seen them.
I've seen them
yeah.
both battle for it and get the puck back. Like Matthews, when he's ragging like guys from behind and he comes
so
out with the puck.
good in the corners.
I feel like I always say that in my game, like for men's league.
Yep.
I'm like, the games where I play the best are the ones where I go
yeah,
and I get the puck
yeah.
and then I dish it out to someone and go up the ice. If I'm waiting for it, it doesn't come as often. I feel like there's a little bit of carryover that in the NHL too.
Yeah, I mean, it's just how teams work. Like, and puck luck. Maybe they just have a few unlucky games in a row, whatever. But and they're gonna come through. But like, I've
Gotta
never,
be good to be lucky, and you gotta be lucky to be good.
I've just never seen a team that's so good play so poorly. And like, I've never been on a team, so I don't know what it is. Like, what causes that? If we have a good men's league team, we're gonna win most of those games.
Mhm.
We're not like,
Yeah.
and the fact, and this is another thing with the Leafs is they always lose to the worst teams, and then they'll go and beat
Elevate
the best
to the
teams.
best
Yeah.
teams. Yeah.
So they're
They
playing.
play to their opponent.
They're playing Colorado. They're gonna win. They play not Chicago. They play Tampa Bay, Colorado, Washington. They play amazing. They look great, and like it's tight hockey, good defense, no mistakes. And they'll play like I think in the last 4 games they played the 3 worst teams in the
They
league.
played Arizona. They played LA. They played Anaheim,
In San Jose or something.
San Jose. Yeah, and
And they lost to 3 of the 4, I think. Or did
Lost
they
to
lose
all of them.
4? All of them. All of them.
Yeah.
All the worst teams in the
It's
league.
tough stuff.
All,
they're like 0-5.
LA is actually doing okay, I think.
LA is a sleeper in my mind.
Yeah.
They're decent. I
But
like
but here's the thing, like they're
them.
losing
But
to
still,
teams
the
I
Leafs should beat them.
I haven't
Yeah.
heard of any guys on the other team. I'm like, who's
Yeah,
Rinto Tintinkading? You know, like, who are all these players? I see these names. I'm like, I haven't even seen these guys in the NHL. Who are
Yeah.
they? And they're losing.
The most annoying thing is when it's a late game, and you stay up to
Oh.
watch, and after the first period, you
Oh.
just know.
I
You just
Yeah,
know
it's
they're
just-
not getting the dub, but
yeah.
you stay up anyway.
I am so
Dude.
I am so happy that I did the dishes and cleaned up around the house for the first 2 periods.
You're like,
last
I'd
night.
rather do dishes than
I-
watch the
it
Leafs.
was
lose
Yeah,
this
nice.
season.
that's about where
I
we're at.
felt
with the
better
Leafs.
about myself doing the dishes.
Been
Like,
sitting there watching them
after the
get
game, like, man, I'm
annihilated.
glad I did the dishes. That was exciting. That was more exciting than watching the Leafs. I'm trying to find the recent scores. Like, who scores against Leafs? We've got like Tavares, Nylander, Matthews, Marner,
Doesn't matter.
Riley. And-
Apparently, it doesn't matter. They look like
Well, we just
crap.
can't. We can't play defense. I think we're like one of the worst teams in the league for scoring, like high chance scoring opportunities against.
Right.
Like Sandine, this guy.
I feel like
is-
the Leafs, they play
lost.
so good, and then the problem is that when as soon as they try and sustain pressure,
Yeah.
they like have a really good shift, they get pressure, but then they try and force it. They're
Well,
like,
then
"Oh
it-
my
then it-
gosh, we got a good
It's
shift going, let's score."
It's a Sandine pinch into a 2-on-1, and
Yeah.
everything's going in right now.
So they're like,
Yeah.
"Boom, let's have a really good shift," and then all of a sudden, they cough up the puck,
Yeah.
and it's going the
You
other
can't
way.
Make a mistake in the NHL.
Yeah, like you give a
can't.
breakaway in the
Yeah,
NHL, it's
net.
gonna go in like
Yeah.
at least half the time.
100%.
So that's just a
Yeah.
problem. They gotta. It's
They
the
got-
details.
They got nobody's.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Nobody. Like who's Amadio? He's a fourth
He
liner.
was on the Leafs a while ago.
Was he?
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, they got. I used to play against Velarde. He played for Kingston
He
Frontenac.
is
You
playing
did?
Ridiculous.
Yeah, I played against him.
Yeah,
You
he's
should have
solid.
seen him in minor hockey. This guy, we'd go to a Kingston road. We had to drive 3 hours. And we,
Did you play AAA with him?
I think I did play. Was it AAA? I think I did. Yeah. Hey guys, if you're listening, this was AAA stuff. We're talking about AAA stuff right now. But yeah, Velarde, I'd go like you drive 3 hours to Kingston, and
Mhm.
you just knew they just had this one kid, number 13.
Right.
Everyone knows Velarde. We got to play.
Always
against Velarde.
remember the number.
Holy, this kid could just dominate us. Like it was the same guy, like Owen Tippett. All these guys, you just had that one guy that could just hat trick
know
every
what's
game.
funny?
Every game.
I was just
Every
thinking about that because, like, no matter where you play growing up, you always remember the teams that had like one or two players that were
Yeah.
like that much better.
Yeah.
I remember those players growing up, but the difference is when you're playing rep hockey versus AAA, is that the players that you're playing against in AAA go on to the show.
Yeah.
And the ones in rep hockey, it's like they were just farmers and they happen to be really good at hockey and
Yeah.
they destroyed you, but now they're just like baling hay.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, like that Velarde though is having a crazy season.
Yeah.
He's getting like a goal a game. I think he just got like 7,
He's gross.
9 or something, and
Gross.
he's proven himself. He's a little late, I guess.
He was second on my list of the hockey analytics Tim Hortons picks.
Your Tim Hortons
I
pick.
know.
Yeah.
I saw that today. I saw it.
How's the
10
stats
days.
going?
10 days. We got Ovi today, don't you?
I got Ovi today and Alex Tuck, 2 Alexes, Alex Tuck, Alex Ovechkin, and then I think Brady Shea, who was my other guy for sure. Yeah.
Brady Shea.
Yeah, I'm looking up Velarde's. And that's a funny thing. Some of the guys who like fourth line grinders in the NHL were just like ridiculous in minor hockey.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know?
Every single one of them
Pretty
was a
much.
scorer. They were all, yeah.
Well, when you look at the percentage of people that make the NHL, it's the top
One,
like 1% of the 1%.
1%,
Yeah,
yeah.
like it's elite.
But this is wild. Like how old is Velarde? He is
My age, 23.
he's 23.
Right.
2019 he played for the Ontario Reign, which is an AHL team. It's actually in California.
Okay.
32 games played, 9 goals.
Why is it called Ontario, right?
I think there's a place
I think
called
there's a play-
Ontario.
yeah, I know.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
confusing.
It is.
And then his first season in the NHL, 10 goals in 54 games, which is pretty good. Like that transfers well. Sometimes I think you need to be surrounded by better players. They're going to elevate your game.
Yeah.
Some guys need that. Some guys don't. Some guys can go to the AHL and just crush.
Right,
'cause
like
they're
some
better than
people
everyone.
Yeah.
some people are like good accessory players
Yeah.
and they put up a ton of points when they're with good players.
So like,
Like if they're a playmaker.
you'll find a guy
Yeah.
he'll get 50 points in the AHL. You put him in the NHL, he's going to get 50 points there as well.
Because that's just his style of game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He finds those areas.
He's as good as the guys around him,
Right.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But then there's other guys. It's like, okay, he's gonna get 150 points in the OHL. He's gonna get like 90 in his first
Yeah.
season in the NHL, and then he's gonna get like 120. That's like Connor McDavid type of guy, right?
Right.
Yeah.
All right, but then so his goals column here: 9 goals, 10 goals, 5 goals. This isn't like 20, 30, 50 games, and then this season 7 goals in 10 games.
Yeah. He's
He
just
just
gonna tear it up.
Oh.
Unreal.
He was gross.
he just came
dude.
to a new level. He elevated.
Well,
How
I
does
also
that
think
happen?
that a lot of the young guys he's playing with on LA
Yep.
are helping elevate that.
Right.
Because they're
Yeah.
young, quick team, right? So like if you get one guy that gets hot and the rest of the team is at least fast enough to keep up with them.
Yeah.
I love to see that though, like someone who just comes out of nowhere. Last year, who was it, Kreider? Where he's like, oh, I'm gonna score 50 goals.
50
I'll
goals.
score
Yeah.
50.
Everyone had 50
Well,
last
everyone
year.
was-
Everyone did have 50. Why was that?
Kaprizov was another guy that no one really
I
knew
called
about.
that though.
You did call it. You did, yeah.
On my TikTok, I'm like, here's 3 players that are gonna have a crazy season. Number 1, Kirill Kaprizov,
And you said Matthews too, I think.
right?
Yeah.
And he went from like, because I don't know, I saw the edge work. I saw who he's playing. It's his first season in the NHL. He came from the KHL to the NHL. Has to make the adjustment,
Mhm.
and he would. Every time I see him do stuff, I'm like, that's
You
highlight reel.
just saw
goal.
the edge work and
That's-
the moves and
That's
everything.
highlight reel.
He
if-
saw the mojo.
Saw the
Exactly.
mojo. Trevor Moore. He used to
Trevor
be on
Moore?
the Leafs. I called
Yeah.
him. What do you know his stats? Trevor Moore.
Hold on. Let me look up.
Last year-
Kreider first.
Last year when we were doing the Tim Hortons picks, I told Jeremy, I said, pick Trevor Moore LA
Yeah,
came to
Trevi
Toronto
Moore,
to play. I was like,
love Trevor Moore.
Trevor's for sure scoring because it's his first game against
Yeah.
the Leafs, and sure enough, he got the game winner. I
and
think or
he's a
something like that.
beauty,
Yeah.
man. Talk about
Yeah.
I want to go to Kreider because he's
Okay.
been on the Rangers for like 10 seasons. It's not like he's
And
like
he's been like a 20 goal scorer or
that's what I'm
something.
saying, right?
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
31 years old.
Great
He's
player.
31,
Great player.
Yeah.
right? And he's peaking. And he usually played between 60 to 80 games. So all these stats are pretty much from a full season, give or take.
Roughly.
17 goals, 21 goals, 21 goals, 28 goals, 16, 28, 24, 20,
Boom, they got Panarin.
52.
Just clicked. Just
From-
clicked. Something just clicked.
Panarin.
20 every season. Like, this is
Yeah.
who I
Panarin.
am.
They got Panarin.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's
Bread
because
man.
it's not even that it's a direct thing that Panarin elevated him. It's just that now the other teams are like, oh, Panarin's on the ice.
Right.
And
yeah.
Kreider has the opening for
Yeah.
like power play and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
It's amazing to be able to elevate yourself at the age of 31 to go from like, I'm going to be on the ice and I'm going to bang in a few goals
Right.
to now I'm the star.
I think
I'm
it's
getting
mindset
50.
too. Like, you've been there for 10 years. I'm supposed to be here. I'm gonna make a little extra play at the line. I'm gonna do a little more with
Right.
it. Like,
To be honest, like when I was young, I was better, right? And now I'm in my 30s. I'm like, okay, am I peaking? Have I peaked? Can I
be a
like
little more patient,
Are
probably.
you,
with
you
it
saying
now.
you're going to be a Kreider of the
I
men's
want
league?
That's what I want,
I think
right?
you can be. I think you
Yeah.
should.
I
Look at
think,
LeBron. He doesn't slow
I
down.
think, I just need to be the Panarin to your Kreider, and I can
Okay.
draw all the attention, and then you can.
I would love to just tear up the men's league.
Oh wait,
and-
no,
and
Chippy can be the Panarin. He can be the
Oh,
distraction,
that's
and
what I
then
need.
I'm
you can bang
tearing
in
up-
all the
I'm
goals.
tearing
I
up
need
men's
someone to
league now.
feed me easy tap-ins
Yeah.
all game long.
I'm on a 3-game goal streak on my other men's league.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I gotta get you on the old pink.
Yeah, you got guy. I'm
Put a
telling
GoPro
you.
on your head.
I'm telling. Yeah, I have a
We'll see.
GoPro. I just don't have a charger for it.
Triple A. This is
You got a charger.
quadruple A. I got extra GoPro.
No, I'm telling you. I think I'm coming in my own in terms of like men's league, my ability,
Yeah.
the patience.
Are
with
you
the
playing
puck.
D in that other?
I'm
league?
playing D. I'm shutting down. Honestly, I'm shutting it down. But there was a
Mhm.
couple goals last game that were because I wasn't covering my guy out front. But guess what? We scored the game tying goal. 2 minutes left. I
Offensive
blast
defensive.
up the left side, the left wing, cut middle, go far side, far post and in.
There you go.
There you go.
Snap
Like it.
It's magic.
All right,
It's
we're gonna get you out on the old paint cans. Look for 'em on YouTube.
Look
You
for
can-
it.
You can see the wonder that is Coach. Jip.
Honestly, I love it because you guys probably don't think I can play until you see me out there and like,
We'll-
ooh,
we'll
you don't
see.
want to be getting out there with me.
I'll be editing the video, so
make sure.
Yeah, make sure.
nice.
Yeah,
That's-
put it all out there because
All right, let's wrap
we
up.
don't make bad plays.
Let's wrap up the podcast. You got a
we got to
debate?
do hypotheticals.
hypotheticals.
Yeah.
I got a debate. I got a first one. This one, I posted this on my TikTok, but it's just like it's a very obvious thing. All hockey players know this.
Mhm.
It's black tape over white tape, and anyone that thinks white tape is so wrong, and we just know it hides the puck with the black tape. You throw the black tape on.
Yeah.
If you're a white tape guy, speak up, but
Okay.
you're wrong.
I enjoy white tape on the grip. I like the grip with
okay.
white tape because it does.
Doesn't mark up the gloves as much.
Yeah, it doesn't mark up. It doesn't tear. Apparently, it doesn't tear your gloves up as much, which I don't know how
That's
much
false.
truth there is to that.
False.
Yeah, it just doesn't turn the palm of your glove black,
Yeah.
which is just nice. On the blade, I really don't have a preference. I used to go. all-
Really? You
I-
don't have a preference?
I used to always go black tape. That was my thing. I go white and then black, right?
Always black.
But then I saw all the kids, all the young guys are doing white, and I was like, I'll throw some white. It does look kind of clean. Looks nice. Looks
It
nice.
looks
to have white.
It goes back and
Okay.
forth.
Yeah, I mean, you
I
rub the
grew up-
puck on it.
I grew up always using black tape. That was just what my dad got for me.
Delete.
And then I realized that I like to put a crap ton of wax on my stick.
Yeah.
So then I started using white because it literally, the black tape looked like gray because there was so much wax on it. And then I just didn't care.
So
Now I use whatever I have in the
yeah,
bag. I
I-
don't care. Or skull tape. I like
Right.
skull
Like
tape.
flame
I got the
tape,
skull
flame
tape.
tape, Batman
he's
tape,
going off
Flame
the
tape.
board.
Yeah.
Flame
flame tape, flame tape.
Yeah.
I used to have the preference. I used to be strict. I would always black tape on the blade.
Yeah.
I read Bobby Orr's book, and in the book, when he got to the NHL, he used to not use tape on his blade.
Yeah.
Bobby Orr,
Crazy.
no tape on the
I
blade.
don't
That's
think
okay.
it's necessary, but it definitely, I like the feel of
I
tape
tried
with
it once.
wax.
I tried it once with no tape.
Mhm.
When you go to shoot, the puck just goes shoop and slips off your blade.
Right.
I
Because
can't
I
do
had
that.
a
I can't
wood
do
blade
that.
when I tested it, so maybe it's a
Yeah.
little more grip with the composites now.
Yeah.
They have a little more texture, some of them, but not all of them.
I could feel the difference.
The battle mode sticks have texture.
Try to do
Yeah.
battle mode.
You're damn
sticks.
right they do.
We
Like
got a
shit.
YouTube video coming up.
Most
for that
elite
soon.
sticks in the game.
You're damn
Battle
right.
mode.
We use them in pickup
What I'm
hockey.
using right now.
Modehockey.com. Get yours now. So I did try it without any tape. Anyways, Bobby Orr no tape on his stick. He gets to the NHL. He sits down. He's looking around. He's like, what do I do here? That feels a little out of place, right?
Right.
He sees there's a table full of tape, and all the guys are going up and taping their blade. And he thought
That
that
you
it was-
have to.
Yes. He
Right.
thought it was a rule that you have to have tape on your stick in the NHL. He's like, oh, it's a new league. I can't. All right, everyone else is doing it. So he took it and he just put one single strip around his blade.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, that's good. Just one strip right
Don't
there.
want to mess it up too much.
Just one lap. That's it.
Just one.
Somewhere in the middle.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
at the toe, not here, like,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And that was his tape job for the longest time.
Right.
Just one.
And then someone told him, "Why do you only do one strip?" He's like, "Well, I don't really need it, but I thought that I figured we got to do
Yeah,
it,
so
so
we have to."
I want to know how that conversation went down
Right.
when someone told him that he didn't have to do it.
So after that, my like beliefs about tape kind of swayed. I'm like, it doesn't really matter. And then you see guys in the NHL doing like these weird, crazy ones,
like pasta or
yeah.
Stützle.
yeah. So Pasternak, he does just like a few like random zigzags.
I love it.
I call it
Does
the
that-
pasta tape job
pasta
because
tape
it's literally
job.
like
Yeah.
pasta.
And
Yeah.
you look at it and it's like, what is this? Why does he tape his stick that way? And he was interviewed, asked about his tape job, and he said, oh, when I was a kid, we didn't have a lot of money, so I tried not to use very much tape.
He would just cover, but he wanted to cover the whole toe.
Yeah, so he
Yeah.
tried to get some coverage without using too much tape. It was to save money. Now he's making millions a year.
Still
And
does
a
it.
stick
Don't
with
want to
it-
change it.
No.
Yeah.
If it works, it works. Yeah.
It's working. He's up there with McDavid in points. Like he's almost lead leaguer.
Pasta right now.
He's
Oh, well,
filthy, yeah.
Boston's a wagon
He's
this
nuts.
year.
He's nuts.
Hate to say it.
Boston it has a mentality that I wish the Leafs had.
Trade
Oh, I
Marner for
can't
Pasta.
stand Boston. I can't stand Boston.
No, but you know what? They care.
Ah.
They go hard. They're a hard
The
to beat
ever-
team.
so
Leafs are not a hard to beat team.
Steve Dangle's made this point multiple times, and I agree with it so much. Any player that plays on the Bruins, they could have just drafted them. Oh, they're a Bruin. They have an
Yeah.
identity.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
immediately. Like DeBrusque when he first started playing, it's like, oh, he's a
Oh.
Bruin. I couldn't picture him anywhere else because that's
Just the way
who he
they
is.
play. He just
know what?
Yeah.
plays like a Bruin.
I watched an interview a while back, and it's like a board meeting in Boston Bruins. They're talking about was it Sagan,
yeah.
right? And
He doesn't play like a Bruin.
yeah, he doesn't fit our culture. Let's trade him. And they traded him. Right? And people are like, "What? That's just the stupidest thing. These guys are idiots." But I mean, if they have a culture and they want them to play within it, and
It's smart.
He won a cup with them though, didn't he?
I think it's
Uh,
rookie season maybe.
Yeah.
Right, the rookie. That's
But then he was wanting to like sign for a boatload of money or something. I don't know. I can't remember. That was like
yeah.
it was like a couple years after that I actually started watching the NHL more. So my memory on that's a little bit fuzzy, but
Yeah, I don't know the details. I'm not a NHL stats nerd.
stats are for nerds.
Stats are for nerds.
We got another.
All right,
one.
one last one to wrap it
Okay,
up.
here we go. Okay, I
Yeah.
like this one. All right. Okay. This is a hypothetical.
All right.
You're in a one-on-one battle with Mitch Marner. You got 10
The
pucks.
parking lot?
No, it's a corner battle. You throw the puck.
For his Range Rover.
Hey, that's got dog in it. That engine's got the dog in it.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a one-on-one battle. You and Mitch Marner.
Yeah.
10 pucks. You throw the puck into the corner.
Like one at a time.
Yeah, one at a time. Whoever comes out with the puck, you won the puck battle.
Right.
Out of 10, how many puck battles are you winning against Mitch Marner in a puck battle?
If I cheat, probably one.
1 out of 10.
If I cheat, because the thing is, you're gonna have to beat him with speed. My legs are not like whoever's the fastest, right?
So where's
No, it's not about speed thing. It's more about
So
like you
you're-
throw it in, you're working. So now
we're
it's
like
like you're
10
on the-
feet. We're like 10 feet from the boards. They chip it, and then we're already
Exactly,
there.
yeah.
I'm,
like
I'm picturing the battle drill where it's like one guy on this side, one guy on this side. Coach throws it in,
Exactly.
and you go.
Exactly.
But if he beats me every time, I guess then you
It's-
battle on the boards.
Exactly. So now you pin him against the boards. You
Fair.
squeeze him
fair.
out. Like I'm thinking.
I know my answer.
Okay, what's your answer?
No, I'm letting Jared finish.
Okay.
I was just saying, if
You're going with one.
if I cheat, probably one because then he'll.
I
figure
like
it
it.
out.
I
If I
like how
cheat,
you.
like
I
you're
like
just
the
gonna
confidence.
sleuth him?
I like you saying one. I do like you saying you're going to win at least
No,
one.
I'll be like,
I believe in you.
I'll be like, oh, is that like
I might say more for you. I might say
Think
you'd
so?
probably you could win more than 1 out of 10.
I feel like once you get into board battles, the like it does take skill.
Yeah.
But there's a certain level of
like how much does Marner weigh?
Like I feel like Marner's probably
75, 180?
like probably close to your weight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe a little less.
Like he's pretty shifty. Like so I feel like I could probably get like 3.
There we go. I like this. I like where we're going in this direction.
Yeah.
See, I'd just be like, oh, someone's taking your Range Rover, and then he'd look, and then I'd go and get the puck.
If I could cheat and just distract him, you'd throw your glove at his head or something. No, like I think like genuinely on
Yeah,
a
3.
board battle, like I would get a couple lucky bounces.
Exactly,
and then
exactly, that's what
one
I'm
of-
talking
And then
about,
one
like-
of them I might be able to push him the right time and get the puck. You know,
Yeah.
I just,
like I probably have like freaking 60 pounds on Martin. So
Exactly. You squeeze him against the boards, Martin. You're going nowhere.
I'm closer
going
to
nowhere.
Matthew's weight. Like
yeah,
like
but
I probably have
I
5
don't
pounds
know.
on Matthew.
And that's why I chose Marner. He's a smaller guy in the league, not as strong. For me, it's 6 out of 10. For me, it's 6 out of 10 against Marnie. You throw that puck.
We went from like probably more realistic to like a
So-
little bit hopeful to like just
Me-
like completely out into
Mitchie,
space.
Mitchie, you don't understand this compete. You don't understand this battle. I was a battle guy.
Oh my god.
I'm a tryout guy. I'm a big time performer. The lights come on. We're gonna do a puck battle.
Okay, don't
Marnie.
forget this is a hypothetical.
Hold
We're
on.
not
6 out of 10.
Hold on.
6 out of 10.
on a board battle with
Hayden-
a professional.
Hayden thinks he could do 3.
But I'm also like, how much
I
pounds
know,
do I have
I
on
know.
him?
He thinks he could do 6. You two are gonna board battle each other, and we'll
Do
see
it.
if you can get 10 against Hayden, because I think that would be fair. If you can beat Mitch 6 times out of 10, you should get Hayden 10 out of 10.
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm
We're gonna
down.
board battle in the next shinny.
I'm down. I'm down.
I will
Alright.
throw the pucks in. I'll throw the GoPro on,
All right.
and we will see.
When I'm saying at my not even a quarter of the compete you guys have seen out of
Okay,
me,
okay.
I am telling you, like
This guy's all about the compete.
it's like
No compete.
not like I haven't actually.
He's been
competed.
hitting the-
You guys
he's been
haven't
hitting the
seen
gym.
me.
He's
You
been
guys
hitting the
haven't
gym.
seen me compete.
Here's the
That's
thing.
all I'll say. My
Hayden-
buddies out there know. You guys know. Coach Ship's got compete. They
I've
don't
got
know.
I've got
They
the
don't know.
niftiness
They don't
and
know.
like 50 pounds.
don't know. They don't know. They don't
You
know.
have the niftiness. He's called Chippy for a reason.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you got-
that's fair, yeah.
exactly. No one.
I'm a bit
even
of a
knows.
nice guy, I guess. Yeah, I'd have to get a bit more
I'm not.
gritty.
Yeah, I'm not.
So if you and I go against, I think by the 10th it might end up in a fight.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. Like that's
I'll
about
be
where
I'll
it's
be
gonna
holding
get.
you two
Like, it's gonna
apart.
be-
Yeah.
It's gonna get intense.
Because I'm like pretty chill. I don't really care. But if it was like 8 in a row, I would
We
start.
gotta put
like,
some.
I'd be like, no, it's
We
not.
gotta put something on the
happening.
line for this hypothetical board battle.
Board battles,
challenge.
board battles, board
I'll-
battle challenge.
I'll put a Mitch Marner jersey on.
Yeah,
so-
and
Oh,
yeah, Hayden, get it, and make sure you get a cage on, because I'm gonna take your jib out. And
Oh.
yeah,
just for
gonna
clickbait.
throw elbows. in
Yeah,
there?
it's gonna get-
You'll have to reach pretty high to get that. But
I know.
For clickbait, I'll have a Marner jersey on, and in the thumbnail it'll be
board battles versus Marner.
Yeah, there we
Yeah,
go,
that's
clickbait.
great. Yeah, love it.
Next YouTube video, keep an eye out
There's
for it.
another brainstorm idea. All right, we're over an hour now. This is-
I had one more topic. We'll save it for next
right.
podcast. How to dominate men's league.
Oof.
How to dominate
be-
men's league.
just be
hockey.
Hayden or Chippy.
Just take a video and just
don't
watch.
be Coach Jeremy, and you'll
Yeah.
probably dominate.
Just watch a video of my last game. Every shift is I'm doing something
we'll
special.
talk-
Did you
Got
call
some
pick
real
up with
answers.
us a game?
We'll talk about some real answers. Not
Every pickup game,
cut
there's
his
something
mic, cut his
special.
mic.
There's
Yeah, so-
something special
Okay,
happening.
yeah, see, I actually muted him.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to give you the Fisher
Wow.
Price one. That's
I'm gonna eat the mic.
you know, what was the comment? I love you. Here it is to end the pod. The most upvoted comment on the most recent podcast clip. Oh, did he delete it? Did he delete it? No, I don't think so. Here it is
All right,
to end the podcast.
to end the podcast.
It's from Matt Hamlin 4. I love you, bro, but 2 seconds of listening to Coach Chippy is a no-go for me. So, you know, we gotta cut
That's
this.
not very nice.
We gotta cut
That's
the
not
mic.
very
We're giving the
nice.
Fisher Price one.
Give me the
Sorry.
Fisher Price one.
Give him the fake one.
Give me the Fisher Price.
All right,
This is
everyone.
podcasting. It's like
I
when you
lo-
give
what's his name?
Matt Hamlin.
Hey Matt, I love you, brother. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're
Kill him with
I hope
kindness.
your energy's in a good place right now. Because if you have to bring the negativity to your world,
Hey.
I feel bad. So I hope you're doing well.
Everyone's got an opinion.
Everyone's got an opinion,
everyone's
but
got
you
an
always keep the vibes up because you attract what you give out in this life. And if you're gonna attract negative vibes, you're gonna get negative vibes.
It's fair. It's
Yep.
fair.
So
Yep.
we're spiritually.
To be fair, some people thrive in that
Awakened over here.
negativity.
Oh, they live for it.
Bastards,
There's
it's
pe- there's
bastards, like,
people
this
there's
is what
people
I need it.
Yeah.
there's people out here trying to bring your energy up in this world. And there's people trying to bring it down. So
Mm-hmm.
for me, it's about protecting my energy. You can hate with your comments all day long, but I'm gonna be just chilling with my vibe over here.
Should I unlike his comment? Should
I gave it. No, I said I love haters. So
I pinned it. I
Pin it
pinned it
to the
and gave-
top,
I
and
pinned it
then-
and gave him a heart.
and screenshot it and post it again.
no.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
It's how do you deal with the haters? I've been posting content for so long that it's just like I read, I go neat. You know,
doesn't-
I'm very
Doesn't matter.
what's the Big Lebowski? Well, that's just your
Nonchalant.
opinion,
Yeah.
bud. You know, like
And-
someone says something. Well, that's just your opinion. That's it.
But like it's
Uh-huh.
also it's just like, yeah, people are gonna treat others the way they treat themselves. So if you're treating other people
Mhm.
that way, you're obviously treating yourself that way. So it's like that's why I genuinely I hope you're doing well. Like if you're needing to go hate on someone or bring someone down,
Mhm.
you're probably bringing yourself down all the time.
Here's the other
Yep.
thing.
So
Is that, and I realize as well, people don't need to like you.
Yeah.
I'm a certain personality, and there's people who don't like my personality.
Yeah.
And that's fine, right?
It's always
That's just
gonna-
how it is. But
Yeah,
when
yeah,
you're
yeah.
online and you're like putting yourself out there, people who normally like wouldn't gel with your personality
Yeah.
type will see it and be like this
Yeah.
guy rubs me the wrong way. Maybe they had some kid in
Yeah.
public school that was their bully that had a similar personality type.
Yeah.
So now they're triggered or something. You know,
Yeah, there's always people that are gonna like you and then
Yeah,
don't
so
like
it's
you.
Well, it's just like ego. Like when you're posting content, there is going to be some ego to it. But like the person that's in the videos isn't even me. Like so,
Yeah, yeah,
I'll
yeah,
post
yeah, yeah.
something.
Oh, on your channel, yeah, yeah.
and it's just completely like yeah, like if you were to get to know me, like I'd actually you probably would like me. Like I'd
Yeah,
probably
no.
ask you, I'd probably get to know you.
You're
and, like,
intentionally being a character.
No, that
I'm intentionally doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like, I
that
know what
does
I'm
make
doing.
it hard. I know what you're talking about. Like if you're doing a bit and then people like take it serious. Like I remember early on in my days, I would post sarcastic stuff,
Mhm.
and then people would come at me. I'm like, it's a joke. Like but then I realized it, especially on Instagram, like
when people see you for the first time, they don't know what to expect.
Well,
right?
sometimes I would post like a sarcastic meme or like write a sarcastic like headline or caption
Yeah,
or a sarcastic comment.
it's hard to
then-
write sarcastic.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're
Yeah.
reading like especially kids. Like it was basically all kids like under 14.
Right.
They just could not process that. They
No.
thought I was being serious when I said
Yeah.
Datsuka's a plug or something. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it was a clever sarcastic play on that.
Yeah.
Like oh
Really clever. Datsuka's a plug.
no, it
I'm
was
just kidding.
I found some picture of him and it looked like his ankles were bending. So I
Oh,
like
right.
sarcastically posted something
Right.
like he's in the NHL, man. I'm like, that's the joke.
Obviously.
That's the joke,
Yes.
right? That's-
And yeah, and half the time I say something like, I know that like if I say like yeah, me getting 6 out of 10 with Marner, like I know what you guys are. I know it's gonna piss you
Got it.
guys off. I know it's gonna piss
don't
you guys
break
off.
character. Don't break
No, I
character.
love
It's
it.
6 out of 10. It's 6 out of 10.
I love it. I love
We
it.
have to just put it to the test.
But it's a test. I still believe it. But that's something I actually believe. Like
Okay.
I believe in my abilities.
Let's go.
6
Yeah.
out of 10, Mitchie. It's literally anything you believe in, you are. So whatever you think about every single day, and whatever you
You just
don't
go
put
to bed
any-
and dream about
don't put any
battling
limits.
Mitch Marner.
Yeah, like I honestly, Mitch, if you're listening to this right now, 6 out of 10, and it's gonna happen. So and we can make it happen. Mitchie.
Let's
And we can
let's
make
do
it
it.
happen.
Let's do it. Off season. Last thing to wrap it up. I talked about how to dominate the beer league, the men's league hockey.
Yeah.
Let's just throw out an idea because I find in my games I don't really get fired up until like the last 5 minutes of the second period. Like
Right.
it's like the last 5 minutes of the game, and that's when I really care.
Same.
Right.
Right. And it's like,
Same.
and that's usually when I score, but it's like either we're down by 4 and it doesn't matter, or up by 4 and it doesn't
I like
matter.
to start out hot.
I would love to.
Yeah.
I just like I don't really care. Like I'm just here for a skate and play around, see what happens. Hopefully
Yeah.
the puck comes to me. I get it. Like
My
right?
goal in every first shift
Yeah.
is just to get my feet going as fast as I can.
Yeah.
And then everything else kind of follows.
that's what I find. Like in the last game we played, like I didn't really give her until like the last 5 or 6 minutes, and I felt I had a few really good shifts.
Right.
But I felt like I was just
Yeah.
there for the first
You're
period.
just kind of
Passenger.
lollygagging.
yeah.
Yeah, you're just like I had the same thing, and I'd always say my best games were when first shift somebody came in and just rocked
Would
me.
you say your best games in AAA?
AAA, yeah, like if I was in AAA, the best games are the ones where the guy comes in
Wakes you up.
and just blows me up. And now it's
Right.
like I'm playing.
You want me
my
to just
physical
lay the
game.
body on
warm-up.
Yeah, I
in
do.
the
warm-up,
warm
yeah.
up?
I do. I
Yeah.
love that.
We'll
shit.
do the battle drill.
I love that shit.
Rip my bucket off in the warm up and just start.
Exactly, because now,
So
now
I
you're
get
into the game. Now you're like,
It would
now
work.
I'm not shying away from body. Yeah, you want to play body on me? Well, you're going to be getting some body back, and
It
now
would
I'm into
work.
it.
The
Now you woke
adrenaline
up
would
the
be
beast.
pumping.
And now
This
you
has
woke
been-
up the beast.
This has been the longest wrap up ever. 10-minute wrap
Now
up.
you woke up the beast.
Anyways, my wife wants me to go do the dishes.
Yeah, it's Halloween. Jeremy's got to get the kids all dressed up, pick them up at the bus stop.
Yep.
We should wrap this up.
Gotta go turn my
This has
lights
been the
off.
third episode of the Puck Daddy podcast. Thank you for listening.
See you next week,
We'll see you
everybody.
next week.
Daddy.
Happy Halloween.
Let us know what you
Jeez.
dressed up for Halloween for.
Hope
It
you
better
get
be
some
hockey
full-size
players.
chocolate
Maybe
bars.
some full size
Little guy.
chocolate for Coach Chap. For Coach Chap.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye bye.